Yo fam, what's good? It's your boy Damani, the founder of DrumTrax app, and I'm back with part 3 of this groove breakdown for the Chambers track, which is on the app. And just like I mentioned in part 1 and part 2, this track is one of the free tracks that you can stream on the app. So all you have to do is click the link in the bio, download the app for free, and create a free account, and you'll have access to stream this drumless play-along track. And if you haven't yet, you want to go back and watch part 1 and part 2 because we give the foundation on how we actually build these grooves. But for time's sake, I'm going to give you a quick recap. In part 1, we basically mirrored the bass line's rhythmic pattern with our kick drum, and this is what we ended up with. Now, as you can see, that works perfectly fine, but we know that we can get a little more creative than that. So we decided to mix up the snare a little bit, and instead of playing it on the downbeat of 2 and on the downbeat of 4, we moved the first snare to the of 1, which is the 16th note before the downbeat of 2. And the reason we chose that place to put the snare was because that's where one of the bass's notes go. Now remember, we're using the elements of the music that's in the track, and in particular on this track, the bass. That's where we're getting our cues from as we build our groove. And so this is what we came up with. Okay, so now it's time for part 3, and it's time to get even more creative and maybe a little bit unorthodox for what you would do on a drum kit in the song. But hey, this is your practice time. This is the time you're actually exercising being creative. So we gotta take chances, we gotta take risks. That's what it's about. Now, I'm still gonna be using the musical elements that is in the track to get my cues, so I'm still kind of sticking closely to the rhythmic pattern of the bass. But I was thinking a little bit of a marching band snare cadence, something that you'd hear a marching band do, and I began to think, what if I put the snare on the downbeat of 1 and actually played the majority of the bass's rhythmic patterns on the snare drum and only played my kick on the downbeat of 4. Now the reason I would consider that a little unorthodox for what drummers would do on a drum kit is because typically the snare is always on 2 and 4 or landing on one of those to give you that backbeat. But like I said, we're being creative. We're just trying stuff. Let's see how this works. Okay, so we tried that, and I like it, but it feels a little empty to me. And if I'm gonna go for that drumline snare cadence that you get in marching band, I'm gonna have to add some more snare hits. But I'm not gonna really accent them. I'm gonna use some ghost notes and see what happens. Okay, so now it's starting to sound more like I wanted it to. It feels pretty good to me. I like it. Now again, these are just 3 groove ideas that I've come up with. And I'm pretty sure you can come up with some groove ideas on your own, especially after these 3 breakdowns on how we actually came up with the groove. So if you come up with a groove that you want to share, the easiest way to do that is to share it with me on Instagram, and I'll repost you on our Instagram page. And just in case you're not following us on Instagram, of course, you need to follow us on Instagram. It's the DrumTrax app. And listen, while we're talking about following, you might as well hit the subscribe button and that notifications button because I'm gonna be releasing more videos on more tracks just like this. We're gonna be coming up with more groove ideas. We're gonna work through transitions. We're gonna figure this thing out song by song. All right, fam, I'm done. I'm about to get out of here. But in the meantime, you need to click that link in the description, download the DrumTrax app, create a free account, and start streaming these tracks and playing along. All right, fam? Until next time, peace.